Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 831. And we have one of the New York customer wrapped penny rolls. Let's see, is it going to be a tough one? Yeah, sometimes it's a tough one. That's the only thing I like about the hole in the back. You could push out the pennies. All right, we got quite a bit of copper here. We got one really heavily corroded one there also, I see, towards the end. No big deal. Sometimes when I start a video, I already have a things going on in my brain. That's a nice. We're starting off with a shiny Lincoln Memorial as a keeper. We're moving on to a nice AU brown. Could be red brown. Might eke out a red brown. 1971. We got a copper and a shiny Lincoln Memorial. But not today. Got a pretty good night's sleep last night, I have to say. Sleep is so important. You know, we got a nice shiny shield. We got a shiny shield, zinc shield, and we have a shiny zinc Lincoln Memorial. And we have a copper. Good way to start. See, this would have, I might have put this into the shinies if it wasn't for that. I just put a box. I've been using bags for 2 years for all of my search through penny rolls. But for the first time, I'm using a box. And those are the zincs. You see the Z? So I will start filling up boxes now because I'm going through boxes for the first time ever on the channel. And it's pretty cool, you know. I don't know if I'm going to sell them by the box. I doubt it. I mean, I might. I don't know. But I doubt it. You know, I'm not in any rush. I keep staring at the 2000. My lizard brain is saying that means something, you know, and I turn it around, I'm like not figuring it out. No white AM. So yeah, I'm not in a rush. Oh, nice shiny. This is a shiny shield. I'll put that in with the other one. I'm not in a rush for anything. You know what I mean? A lot of people, and I used to do this. I mean, so I have a good perspective. I know what it's like. No extra V. To be broke and need money today or very soon and sold my stuff. Oh, that's a beautiful 81. And I sold my valuables on eBay in auction. And I regret it to this day, ever doing that. I would have, in hindsight, I would have figured something out, man. But I didn't know better. And it wasn't until there's a die clash on this. If the coin was in nicer condition, it might have been a keeper. But it's just a little too damaged. And the die clash isn't that strong. So I won't keep it. So, you know, selling a whole box, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably sell them at a roller piece just to make a little extra on them, you know. Oh, that's the 2023 we found, right? Yeah. But I do understand what it's like to be in dire straits. Which, of course, every time I was in dire straits, it was from a a scenario of my making, right? Copper pain number 3. So I try not to make those scenarios anymore. I spend too much. I admit that I spend too much. I reinvest into, my savings a little too much. So that part I have to figure out. My wife's always watching me and giving me the side eye. Like, what are you doing, man? How much did you spend on that? you know. And a good, and of course my excuse is inflation, right? If I don't buy them now, it's going to be so much more expensive later. And what do you think? Another shiny Lincoln Memorial? Yeah, I'll put it in there. It's pretty nice. So, you got to be careful with that. You have to be careful with that. I have to be careful with that. I see things in auction. Speaking of auction, right? That's how I started this whole discussion. I see things in auction and they're selling cheap, like 25% lower than the lowest buy it now, and I find it hard to resist. That's my I find it really hard to resist that. Put that into what do you think? Shiny Shields? It's a little dark on the edge. We'll see. Yeah. See, look, if you put it next to the last one, come on. Not too much difference. I'll put it in with them. That's a nice 66, man. Well, I mean, on a more positive note, it's one of the great, great, great things about penny roll hunting, right? Man, is that interesting. That is interesting. I'll put that to the side. Is that it's cheap. I mean, on the other day on the channel, I showed how much they're selling boxes of circulated uh, uh, bank wrap pennies for $150, So to me, if you can get them for 70, 80, maybe even $90, it's... Nah, I'm not going to put that one in. It's a deal, right? But it's a deal that's still between 3 and 4x of what it should have been for the past 100 years, $25. And so, is it a better late than never situation? Or is it a just get over it situation? You know what I mean? And for me, I'm going to throw that one out. I'll start rationalizing stuff like, well, I can always sell it for $200 one day, even if I spent $75 on it today. That's how my lizard brain works. Just buy it today, and you can always sell it for $200 one day. You spent $75 on it. You didn't have to go to the bank. You didn't have to deal with no stress. You didn't have to spend the gas in your car. You didn't have to spend your time, and it got dropped off right to your house for $75. And $75 is 3x. And if you could actually sell for 300 one day, then you made 4x, even though you spent 3. That again, stupid stuff, man. That's how my brain works. I don't know what to say. That's how my brain works, and it works for me as long as that is copper penny number 6. We're not doing too bad here. I see a couple more there. We might get up to 8. I don't think it's 10. There might be 3, possible 4. If there's 4 more there, we got 10 coppers, and we're in good shape, which I'll be really surprised at, really, to say the truth. I shouldn't be that surprised. But that's how my brain works, and it's been working so good. I mean, in my members only 2017 my members only, I share a little bit more about my personal life. If you go to if you're a member and you go to my members only playlist, you'll see all my videos that are for the members. I just did one a couple days ago, and none of my members watched it. I don't know why. I don't know if my members don't have the notifications clicked or not, but um anyway, it is what that's where they're at. And so I knocked, I work on my bad habits, right? Work on losing weight. I work on, you know, uh, eating right. All right, cop pay number 7. These are our last 4. I don't know if I was counting this one or not. Cop pay number 7. Cop pay number 8, which this will go into the dirties. Cop pay number 9. Nice 1964. See if we have any extra thickness there. And the last penny, is it copper? Did we eke out 10 copper pennies? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 10 copper pennies, man. One's a super dirty, which I might not do the video on because we got this weird scratchy one. And of course, the question with the scratchy one is it post mint damage? Like 99% it is. And you can see the lines look so much fresher. But I have to say, there are some lines that go through at the mint. And when you get them, and they just stay fresh looking forever. For whatever reason. I don't know what what the reason is for that, the chemical, whatever, but they'll stay shiny. Maybe it's the reflection, right? From the cut, like the diamond cut, it'll be a reflection. That must be it. I didn't even check for the wide AM. That would have been pretty wild, right? So again, the question is, first of all, you're talking about a penny. You're talking about a very, very small object, right? And to have all these scratches in that small area, what's it tell you? Do, 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 do. Well, what it tells me is, someone wasn't, and the lines are perfectly straight. So it was done in a machine. Okay. So we analyzed that. We see aside this, it's done in a machine. And it's done in a machine pretty damn quickly and hard enough to strike through copper. Right. And it's going this way. Why is it doing that for? Or it could be going like this: ejection, 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 ejection. But the question is, what machine is strong enough to make these lines on both sides, mostly on the front, and it's right. Mint, the machines in the mint are strong enough to damage coins. Most machines that hold coins, like, they're not that strong to really super damage coins, which is why you don't see that many of them, damage like this, I'm saying. So anyway, we found that. We got 10 copper pennies. We got that. Don't forget, Jesus loves you. And I'll see you on the next one. God bless. And a special thank you to all my members for supporting the channel. Even if you don't watch my members only videos, that's okay. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's your generous contribution and support for the channel that allows me to get my phones, to get my pennies, overpay for pennies for the channel, and to continue, and it means a lot to me.